So I figured out a secret tonight. I don't know if it's so much a secret, but I know I've never heard it explained to me, at least in a way that it sunk in my brain. So I might have heard it before. But I definitely, without a doubt, never have seen anyone do this. So as we're all prepping and doing our training grounds for the level up, faction level up, and a lot of us have come across the issue of once we stack our chars and either the legendary or elite or whatever you want to do training ground, and you start pulling them out and say, okay, now's the time to keep adding to it and adding to it and adding to it. And I think there's, I want to say, 5 or 6 of us for sure that I know of that once we pulled them out and started to train them as 2 stars, our biggest problem was something in real life happened and we didn't get to our game in time, and they canceled, or well, they didn't cancel, but they finished out. And once your training ground is finished, there's no more time on it. That's it. Game over. You can't add another character to that training ground, as everyone knows. Well, your survivors. You can't add any more survivors to it. So that happened with one, and no big deal because I have 3. Once you hit level 20, you have 4. That gives you a little bit more leeway. So I figured, okay, well, now let's start the process over and do it with my second one. And then that will leave my third one open. It will be fine. Real life happened again. I don't know about you all, but I have a busy life. I have children and a husband and a family and health problems, and the list goes on and on and on. So I'm busy, and juggling isn't always perfect, and I drop balls sometimes. And Mike, there you go. That's what she said. So as I'm doing this, I screw up my second one, and it times out on me. So now I'm down to 1 training ground, and I don't panic because I still have a ton. I have at least 1,000 basic tokens at this point. I have 500, almost 600 of the tokens for, I don't even know what they call it, that you get for being hired, those ones. And I have a 3rd training ground. So I figure, I'll use this time to just train in my 3rd training ground that's left over and get all of my new 5 stars, and I have 4, up to tier 4 level 1. Ta-da! I did it. They're there. Now what the hell do I do? If you don't farm, fine, not the end of the world. You don't need to use your energy. It can sit there. What's it harming you, right? Oh, well, wrong. What it's harming you is that, 1, you're not getting your weapon drops. You're not getting experience points, so you're not leveling up, which will advance your game altogether. And then, on top of that, now I'm at a complete pause on survivors. So I'm not training anything. And I'm like, all right, well, what can I do here? Well, I guess I'm just going to train them until, my roster's full, and I'm not paying 450 coins to get more slots. I paid in the beginning when they warned us they were going to do a cap, and I'm done now. So I'm not doing that. That's ridiculous, and I'm not going to waste that kind of money. And coins are invaluable to me. And then I went, okay, well then I guess I'll just train as much as I can. I had a ton of cans stacked, and then I'll keep collecting them until my roster is full and the training ground times out, and then from there I'll just keep pushing ignore, and I'll just raise, keep upgrading my houses because, where I can get more survivors, because they're low as is. It's not something I worry about. I use them too quick. So I thought, okay, I can do that. Well, then this screen appeared, as you guys can see. House is full. Your houses are full of survivors. You can either upgrade your town hall, which shouldn't even be a choice. It should be upgrade your home because none of my homes are level 19, and that's where my town hall is right now. Or you can train survivors. And I went, I wonder what would happen if I push the train survivor part. Now, if you exit this screen and you go in any other way, you're screwed. You have to, have to, have to. You have to wait until you have maxed out your survivors. Mine's 122. You need to make sure that as you're getting ready to do this, you have enough food for what you're going to train. Because if you don't and you only have enough food to say for 10 to put 10 survivors in to make two-star characters, you're screwed. It's just a huge waste of time. And then you have to, again, of course, collect. I've been doing this all night now. Well, not all night. It's only been... Okay, so it's been 4 hours. And it's making sure I really had this fine-tuned before I recorded it and let you guys know, because I think this might be gold. At least it is for me. I'm pleased as shit about it. So, I don't need as much gear anymore. I don't need, my energy's up high enough. I have 44, so I'm able to not use as many cans. That's all awesome stuff that gave me the opportunity to be able to do this. So I did all of this, and I'm going through it, and I'm going through it, and I'm going through it. And I have been farming now for 4 hours. And then I actually went through this process now 3 times to make sure that what I did was right and that you guys saw this 150% without fail. So, pardon me, I'm going to sit down before my hips go out. It's 2 o'clock in the morning and my body is sore. Okay. All right, I'm sitting. So, anyone who knows me, I'm disabled. Get over it. Sometimes I grunt and I'm in pain. It happens. All right, so here we go. So my house is full. I cannot collect any more survivors. Now this is going to pop up. If any of you are unaware of when this is going to pop up, it's going to be when you're going into your next stage. So I've been farming all night. Well, I did half of it, a little bit more than half at 12.3, and I got some 4-star drops, which is awesome. If you don't need your cans, this is another tidbit for you. I definitely recommend using a few. I used three or four World Energy cans on 12.3, and I want to say it was 3. I screenshot it, and I'm sorry I can't show you the screenshots. It doesn't let me, leave this and go wherever I want. My phone with the recording, which sucks, but at least it records. So I got that by just doing it over and over again. That's more drops than I've had in the last 6 months out of 12.3. And I'm not over exaggerating. I have the worst luck when it comes to weapon drops. I get them everywhere else besides on farming. I have just a bitch of a time. So that might be something. I'm going to test that theory and I'll let you know. But it was definitely something for me tonight. Using the energy cans seemed to give me a boost for whatever reason. And again, we all know Scopely, they're greedy as shit. So if you've got those cans and you're spending, they're going to increase those chances just a tiny bit more. It's like gambling. When you go to a casino and you win, not a ton, but you win just enough where you break even or you even win a little bit more than what you walked in there with. Man, you want to do it again because you know the next time it's going to be better. Scopely's the same way. They're just terrible about it. So really watch yourself because it's the same damn thing. So anyways, back to this whole revolution I just found. And again, like I said, I don't know if anyone's realized this. If you have, good for you. If you haven't, here is what I think is like the best thing ever, because it happens to us all the time. We're trying to stack as many chars as we can for the level up so that when the level up pops, you can hit it with no problems. And then life happens and you just don't get there in time and the shit times out and now you're just screwed. I've had 3 people empty out their training grounds and start all over because they didn't know what to do. And I had no answers at this point besides, I didn't want to do that route. I was going to try to see this route and then I did this. So, this is what you do. And yes, I'm a smoker. So, you go into, you wait until, this part will pop up when you're going into, like I said, your next stage. So you're going to finish your next one. You're going to push replay like we do when we farm the same levels over and over and over again. And this is going to pop up. If you exit out of this, if you push the X, you're screwed. You cannot undo that. If you go to upgrade town hall, you can't undo that. You have to go to train survivors. So I'm going to go to train survivors. Now here is one of my training grounds. As you can see, I have 362 ready. See at the bottom here, I have 1 out of 3. I can't do anything here. I can push done and it's going to give me maybe 4 if I'm lucky because my roster is full. So you're going to push the next button. Now, here it is. I am at my second 2 out of 3 training ground and I can add 20 survivors into that. Now, I'm going, and it's been going, obviously I've got 14 hours on it. Now I'm going to show you, just go one more further and just show you, just so you can see, and then I'll come out and let you see that too. But 8 are done and ready to collect. You see the bright green 8 at the bottom of my screen. Training ground 2/3, collect 8 out of 67. 8 are ready. This is unbelievable. Next one, here's my 3 out of 3. I got 456. Go back to previous. You're going to add your survivors in. Now, I didn't have enough food, but I only have 22, so that's not a big deal. I've got 100 to grab again, and I still have energy. And even if you're left at 22 and you're out of energy, that's not a big deal. Let them sit there. That's 100 more you have to get. And if you're not farming 7-1, it's going to take you more energy. So don't sweat over that. If you have 80 left over, 90 left over, and your cap is 144 or 122 or 110, I'd sweat over that a little bit. Okay, so here you see, I've got 19 hours on this. So for 19 hours, I can continue to do what I'm doing right now. If that clock stops, this training ground is done as for well. So now my responsibility is to keep up with it, to add into it constantly. And the only way to add into it now is to fill that roster completely up. I can't add to this. I'm going to show you this. So I have 22 left. All I need is food, right? I am training right now. I'm doing hunters. I have a lot of hunters for leaders right now that need, or for 5 stars that need to, get a shitload of points later. So I decided that's what I'm going to go for. They're expensive, obviously, when you do go for specific ones. Most of the time, I either do the first one or the second one in the training ground, as you just saw. Very, very rarely am I going to go for the big bucks. And the reason I don't is because I don't see that big of a difference. And I needed the food. The food you need more. But I have Andrea and Michonne, and they're driving me nuts with their ARs. So they've got to be leveled. All right, so that's why I did it this way. And I figured that I wouldn't be doing a lot, to be honest with you, that this would be, I'd get 40 if I was lucky. And then I figured this trick out. What a neat trick. What a nice little way, a little loophole around the stupid ass system they have. So let me go in here, and now I'm going to exit out because I need more food. Say that I don't know I can't get back in here, which I know. But I'm going to show you that you can't. So exit out. I need more food. I've been collecting food like crazy. Let's see what I get. That's actually a good amount. Now, I want to go in here and I want to add more. Let me collect. And then watch. Did you see what just happened? So it filled my roster completely up, which is wonderful. Great. That's going to be a nice pain in the ass. I hope I have a couple 1-stars I can at least eat, sell, do something with. The things I do for you guys, I tell you why I screw my game constantly, but I'm full. Now I'm going to push train just like I did before, and it takes me here because this is what it's telling me to do, to get rid of your characters. Train them, make room. So that's a pretty full roster, and thank God I have 2 sitting there. I can't get back in here to train. Nothing I do. Oh my God, that just worked. And I got back in. Let's see if I can do that again. Because I am always, 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 like I just said, taken back to my roster. So let's see if you can get through this way. Nope, that was a glitch. Oh, and it worked. Train. Oh, how excellent. Okay, so did we all catch that? And this has never happened. I can't guarantee you this will happen again. Never, ever have I had this happen. When I exit out, it always just takes me straight back to my town hall. You can hear that. That's my air conditioning going back on. I like it cold in my house. So I can't guarantee you that this is going to work this way. The other way I can guarantee, I've tried over and over and over again. My experience with this, that this is now doing this with, where you go to train and then you exit out, it has never, ever, ever, ever taken me here before. So if it's taken you there, awesome. Then my game was just screwed up. They just did a patch on it. It could have been that. It could be a million things. Honestly, it could be a glitch. It could be a new patch, a new fix, a new update. I have no answer for you there. But that's never happened for me. So, at least you guys can see, you can fill the roster up. If you can't get through this spot, and when you exit out, it takes you back to your town, which is what always happens for me. I cannot stress that enough. It always takes me back to my town. I'm just screwed. There's nothing I can do. I couldn't move. And I know this because I have been going over and over and over and over again with all my people done, and sitting here going, what do I do now? What the hell am I going to do? I have to use them to be able to collect. And so I was collecting because they were, maxed out. So if you can keep this going, and 20 hours is a nice little cushion to have. When you get your the beginning of it going, and you have just the one filled with your elite or your legendary or whatever, you want to have, I would give yourself a couple of days of 2-star training before, so 48 hours at least, before you're really comfortable, because they train quick and it's harder to fill them back up and keep up with the time. So every day you're going to be missing, hours and trying to keep those hours going. So I would do as many days as you can in advance. So keep adding and adding and adding. But at the same time, you can't do it so much that you have them popping out like crazy, 3 stars, 4 stars. And we've had a couple of people in Hawk lately that are actually getting 5 stars out of their legendary training, and everyone's just blown away. Wolverine got 5-star red governor, and he's a badass. So that was awesome. And then he got somebody else. else. I can't remember. I'm sorry. But it happened back to back. And then we have another guy, Brian, who has never, ever gotten anything but a 3-star out of his legendary trainings. So it's just, jack of the trade. But here's your roundabout. I hope that this stays. I sincerely do. Sincerely hope that this continues so that you can just bounce through. But if it doesn't, now you know exactly what you have to do to get around it. And that is just fill your roster, your survivors up. Mine's 122, so whatever yours is, you can tap on it like I just did. It's going to tell you if you don't know. And then get that many, wait for the game to tell you. Push the trained survivors and go into the training ground that isn't timed out and keep adding to it. Can't stress this enough. All right, so I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you all know this and I don't, I suck, I guess. I've got nothing else to tell you besides that. But I was beyond excited when I figured this out, and now I'm even more excited that this is working, and hopefully this is something they change, because it really is a bitch. Like, what are you supposed to do? You can't just stop advancing in your game. It's going to hurt you. So you need to be able to keep training, and you need to be able to keep fighting and getting the experience and the weapons. And I mean, there's no point if you're not doing it all. You might as well quit the game. All right, so that's it. I was super psyched about this. I couldn't wait to show you guys. I've been sitting here training and farming and farming and farming and farming and farming and farming. And I'm like, oh, good Lord, it's late and I need to go to bed and I have so much to do tomorrow. But I wanted to make sure that this was right. And then, well, nice surprise right in the middle of it. If you couldn't tell, oh my God, my shock of, I can't believe I just made it through there. So that's awesome. That couldn't be more cool. And I really sincerely hope that sticks. But like I said, do not count on this part to stick. Mine, see, it didn't. Crap. Okay, that time it did. But this time I just did it. And it didn't stick. So don't count on it to stick. Don't count that to work. I just did it and it worked, and then I did it again, it didn't work, and then I just did it over and over and it worked again. So, and I'm sorry it went fast, and I don't mean to go so fast, so you can always slow it down or, rewind and see it again. So don't put your eggs in that basket, but you can 100% put your eggs in the basket of waiting until you have your survivors maxed out. And then it says on that screen, which you guys saw for a long time when I talked to explain this, train survivors. Do not go to upgrade town hall. Do not push the X button. Train survivors. And then it's going to take you to, let me in, there you go. It's going to take you to a training ground that is finished. And remember to push next. And then until, it might be this one or it might be this one. So make sure that you push next until you get into the training ground you can use, and then add all those survivors in, and then go farm again. And do that until you have at least 20 hours on here. At least. And it's a bitch, you guys, and it takes time, and I get it, and we're all busy, and everybody has crazy lives and things going on, and etc., etc. But if you want to keep training, this is the way to do it. So that's my information for tonight. I really hope it helped. It helped me. I'm so happy about it because I was sincerely stressing out a little bit about it. And if you have questions, like always, don't hesitate. Ask me. I will walk you through it again. I will answer your questions. I'm here to help. If you're having problems, screenshot, send it to me. We'll go over it, whatever steps you're missing, go over the video a few times, whatever I can do. Just don't hesitate. I'm here to help you guys. All right. And then as always, please like and subscribe and share my video. I guess I need to start putting them on the forums, Walking said, so I need to probably start doing that. But if you guys want to do it for me, that'd be fantastic. Other than that, I hope you guys are all having a good night. We've got war coming up this weekend. It should be fun. And I did some pulls tonight, a lot of pulls tonight. I didn't get crap, but I did get a weapon I never had before, and it was a 4-star, and I was super psyched about that. So I'll be posting that as well. This war, I am going to do a video on the entire war, start to finish, strategy and all. I know we still have a few people who are struggling with exactly where to go. We want to really nail this down, stop wasting so much energy and coins and cans and time. The faster you get a war done, the faster you can start another one. And that's more points, and it's a points game. It's not a win and loss game, it is a points game. So I'm going to make sure that we get a couple of those up. Also, I know I said I was going to get a video up again. There was something wrong with the audio on one of the videos for the gear hunt on the roadmap for, I think it was school bags, a school bag gear hunt. And I'm going to still do that. The next one I will have done. I cannot apologize enough. We had some real life seriousness going on, family trauma. To tell you the truth, we had a family member pass and some other craziness go on, and I had surgery, and it's just been a crazy September. So I will get the next one done on the next. Then the second it pops, I will redo the whole video. I did listen to it myself. My speaker on my phone, and I'm new to all of this, so please bear with me. But the speaker on my phone is on the side of my phone, right where I hold it. So I am 99% sure that my thumb was probably going over it as I was recording, because that's how I hold my phone. I don't know about everyone else, but I hold it with, two hands and my thumb on top, and etc., etc. So my fingers were just going over the speaker and made it sound absolutely awful. So you did miss a ton of information, and I apologize. So I will have that up. Again, the second they pop another one, which should be after war. We've gotten their schedules down pretty well. We had we did a raid tour, which was crazy. We haven't had one of those in so long. They've pretty much replaced raid events with war. And I get it. They're pretty much the damn same thing, except for you're going after entire factions instead of, just individuals. And then we had the individual level up week. This is war weekend, so we should have, if they stick to their timeline, we should have a faction level up next week. So this coming week, it should pop probably Tuesday or Wednesday, which is, what is today's date? So it should, September 27th, September 28th, it should pop on the faction level up. And then before that happens, though, they always give us a gear run, if you haven't noticed. And the last one they gave us was for beanies. And then they popped the individual level up. So, and go to their Facebook page. There's a lot of information on there. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but they have a Facebook page, and they will tell you when events are going on and stuff. And you can actually go through there and see the pattern. They have a very distinct pattern. They do a gear hunt, a level up, war, sometimes a raid, a gear hunt, level up. It stacks over and over again, and then they swap from single to faction. So we've kept track of that for, Ash has a book from, I want to say, December of last year, so almost a year we've been keeping track of it. And it's yet to surprise us with the exception of the raid tours. They pop them in there now every once in a while. And before they were regular, and then they threw war in there, and those were sporadic. We all remember they were once a month, and then they went like almost 2 months without one, and now they're every other weekend. And the reason they're every other weekend, guys, is because they're making a fucking fortune on wars. We all spend coins on wars more than anyone spends coins on anything else. It's boring as shit to sit there and wait for energy for, 9 minutes, 7 minutes? It's something insane. I don't know because I buy cans because I can't stand it. I cannot stand to sit there and wait, especially when we finish a war in, 10 to 15 minutes. So that's why they're making the most money off of it, and it's smart. Maybe we should boycott that and see if we can get them back down to once a month. That would be more fun. A lot of us miss the raid tours. A lot of us want to do more of the raid factions, the faction raid events, etc., etc. So we shall see. But, they control the game. Greedy fox. All right, so I hope this was helpful. It helped me. I cannot believe it was just a fluke. Like, oh, I'm just gonna push this and see. Oh, there's Melissa. She's actually the sweetest girl you could ever meet in the world. But I couldn't. I just wanted to see what would happen if I pushed that one button, and lo and behold, a whole nother world is open to me. All right, so I'm gonna go and farm, and I might as well show it to you guys real quick. And I don't have. Damn it. I've got to sell these couple of 1-stars. Because, right, and the reason I'm selling them is honestly, I don't use 1-stars much. A lot of people talk about how they have a better chance at upping an AR. I've had no luck with that. I know some people have. I honestly believe that your game, everybody's luck is just a little bit different. Everybody's games are just a little bit different. Not enough that we can play differently, but just you have better luck with certain things. So I know a few people who have great luck raising their ARs by using and see, I've hired everybody today already. But they've had great luck by doing 1-stars for their AR, and so all they train are 1-stars. And I'm telling you, don't do that. I get the AR boost, and it's frustrating. I have my Andrea at tier 4 level 1, and her AR is like nothing. Michonne is the same way. She's 6 out of 12. And the reason I remember that is my child's birthday, my birthday, it's a long story. But that's how I can remember off the top of my head. So that's irritating off the bat. That's not irritating. Let's not understate that. I want to break my fucking phone when I can't get their ARs to go up, and then I do another char and it's no problem whatsoever. It just boom, 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 boom. So that is irritating, and I get it. But how much food you're wasting by using 1-stars is insane. Honestly, once you get to every single tier you do, the first about 30 levels, they don't take a lot of food, they don't take a lot of chars. But once you get past that, my God, getting a 5-star to level 80 costs a shit ton of food and a shit ton of chars. And I'm talking like 12, 15, 20 for one level and 2-stars. You throw a 3-star in there and it barely moves. Like, it's unbelievable how much they eat. And we all laugh about that because they're eating humans. Has anyone broken that down? You're taking your characters and having them literally consume another character to get stronger. So we're cannibals in this game, which is awesome. What the fuck? I don't know why they thought of doing that, but they did. And so this is that was just a side thought as we're going through this and waiting. So here we are, it's done. Woo, I only got 3 on that one. 7-1, I swear to you guys, it is the best. I'm going to replay, and oh, of course, I got 2, so I have to go sell them. And I got a 2-star, wonderful. So now you have to go in, and it's tedious, and I get it, and it's irritating, and no one wants to do it, and blah, 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 blah. But it's worth it. If it's worth it, do it. What does it matter? Honestly. I mean, if it's going to make your game better, do it. All right. Then I go back. We're going to do it again. Still can't hire anyone? No, I've got a long time. When you hire someone, just so you guys are aware, it goes faster. That's in the middle is my new 5-star Morgan. I love him. He's fantastic. He is fantastic with zombies. He's fantastic with humans. He's going to go, I think, in a tower for me. He's a healer and high defense. So I'm a big fan of him, and I can't believe I pulled him with one token or one pull with 250 coins. And of course, like I keep doing these videos for you guys because it's such a big thing. Everybody wants to see it, and it's exciting. Let's be serious. And it's like watching someone win the lottery to pull a 5-star. But every time I do the video, I don't get shit. And the time I forget to do the video, I pull something epic. Like Morgan, he was just increased chances. And I went, I'll try once. I have extra coins. And I pulled Morgan. And then Michonne, same damn thing. I pulled 5-star Michonne. No, classic Michonne. No big deal. Just, okay, well, we'll see if, and she wasn't even up. It was somebody else. I don't even know who it was, but it had nothing to do with her. And all of a sudden, here's 5-star Michonne, and I about died. Like I was screaming happy, jumping up and down. I want to catch one of those for you guys. I really do. So I'm trying, but I think Scopely knows I'm recording it, so they just don't give me shit. I don't know. You think it would be the opposite, so they can get people to spend more. All right, so let's see if I got more. And as you'll see, I have no tokens because I used them tonight because I'm tired and I want this to be done. Okay, so 7 is better than nothing, obviously. All right, so I've got 12. Sweet, that's good enough. That's all I need for now. Let's see what we can do. And of course, god damn it, they're going to collect. All right, so it worked. And that's a blessing in itself, too. Please don't count on it. Please, please, please don't count on it. If you count on this and it doesn't work, you saw the time it didn't work. I came out to show you and it worked, and then I kept going in. Please go back in the video and watch. And it didn't let me in. Do not screw yourself with this. Don't trust this. I don't trust this. Please don't trust this. I don't want to have a bunch of angry people going, well, you said this would work and it didn't, and now I'm screwed. And please don't trust this. Make sure you train up until the top, until we have it every single time going straight into where it needs to go. Okay? All right, so that's it for this one. I'm going to actually do a few more tonight. I have the energy. It's keeping my mind busy. I might as well. I've owed you guys so many videos. I appreciate your patience and still watching them, and your gratitude and the kudos I'm getting and the thanks. And I do. I really do appreciate it. I know this one's a little long-winded. I'm long-winded. And I'll just tell you, I try to keep it as short as I can. All right, so there's a couple more things I'm going to do tonight that we're going to go over. Like I said, I might as well. I have the energy right now. I'm feeling kind of okay, so might as well get it done and get them out there for you guys to help out, especially with war coming. And then next week is the big faction level up. I know it's going to come, and we have a lot to go over, to talk about, things to see, do, and stupid basic stuff too. That I'm getting questions on, and I don't mean stupid basic. I mean stupid basic as far as the game is stupid basic. They change so much crap around with these updates that you can't find their stupid basic information. So I'm going to do a video on that for you guys, etc., etc. So stay tuned. Questions, as always, please like, subscribe, share, put on the forums, do whatever you want to do. I've had questions lately where I'm at. I'm the leader of Hawk. I'm in the Decatur region. We are always looking for members. You are more than welcome to come and hunt me down and message me on the game, and we'll, find a spot for you. We are always, always, always top 10, and we are now going into the top 5 regularly. And the raid event, we were number 3. So we're kicking ass, and we're getting better and better every day. So if you're interested, let us know. We welcome everyone, but we have rules, and that seems to not fit some people. My number one rule is no drama. I don't do drama. This is a game. This is fun. This is my this is for all of us. Everyone in Hawk, this is our escape from life. We come here, we unwind, we laugh our asses off together, we have a blast together. I have a great group of people. I love them. They're my family, and I mean it. They are my family. So if you want to be a part of that, wonderful. Just make sure that you're no drama. Other than that, there's some other things too, but we do, that's basic shit for the most part, and common sense. And so come find us and let's get you rolling and get you in a faction that will help you grow. You can't grow in this game without help. You just can't. If you don't have a faction, if you don't have a good faction, if you don't have an active faction, you will never advance. And real quick, and then I'm going to end this because this has reached epic proportions for, just a training ground. But I literally contacted Scopely about the odds of pulling 5 stars and 4 stars. And one of the things that the only thing they told me was that they want the factions to be equal. And I didn't understand that. And so that's what the polls go on, is that to get every faction equal. So I went, well, if we're all equals, then why the hell in our region the number one all the time is Wolfpack? And we have nowhere near what they have as far as the new chars come out. Every single one of them has 2. It's unbelievable. So that didn't make any sense to me. And every single region out there has the same thing. You have a number one faction who, I don't know, started before. I don't know what they did. Spent a shitload of money. I know that much. But they always have the brand new chars that come out. The epic ones, the revives, the shields, all of it. They have them. Shiva, good God, they have her. And so that was confusing to me. So I had them elaborate on it and what they had said and what they meant by it. And some of them, they are just dumb as rocks. But what they meant was that your faction is equal. So when you do a pull, if it's a token, if it's coins, they want your teams to be just the same in all the same faction. So we're Hawk. So they want all of our members to be on our level. So if we have the average in our group is 25 stars per person and we have 30 people, then that's what they want the rest of our, they want the other 10 to be up there too. They want everyone to have 25 stars. If we have our averages that they have 45 stars, then we have 20 people who have 45 star characters. Their goal is then they literally go into every single faction and have the odds increased for certain characters, and then you are given those 5 stars based on who you surround yourself with in your faction. Is insane as that is, and I don't see the point in that. I think it has to do with war, because they team us up with war on your team strength and your war points. So if you have a lot of war points and you have strong teams in the game, then that you get, equal factions, because they want the factions to be, teamed up right. If you're constantly getting a faction who just hands you your ass over and over and over again, you're not going to play and you're not going to spend the money. Remember, it's all about money for them, how they can make a bigger and better profit. So that's the end result. They want you to get more 5 stars. They want you to be equal, your teams to be equal in your faction. They don't want you to have more 5 stars. That's not what I meant. But if you are around a bunch of people who have a bunch of 5 stars, they're going to start dropping from the skies, because that's where they need you to be. Or when you go into a war with someone, say that we have half the faction is S1 plus and half the faction is A, and we go into war. the their systems will team us up every time with, and they don't, it doesn't matter what you set your raid team at or any of that bullshit. It goes by the best team you have in your roster. So your recommended, when you can push the autofill button on your roster, which I will actually show you that. And please guys, don't ever do this. 99.9% it's garbage. We've tested this theory too. All right, let's see. What can we do? Here we go. Autofill. That's my autofill. It's not too bad, but it's not great. So, anyways, but that's what they go on. And this is an S1 team. So they go by exactly to the mark how many, or what your best grade, team grade is in your roster, no matter who you have set up in a team or not. If you put all trainers and all of your teams and you put one A team in there, they're still going to know. They fixed that real quick when we found that loophole. They call them patches, I guess. I don't know. But then, so they need you to be equal. The point is they need you to be equal, or you're going to be going after a faction that, if that faction's all A's, your S1 pluses are going to stomp them in the ground with towers, and quickly, and they have no chance. So they think it's unfair, and I agree with that. You should be with people who, it's more fun if it's a challenge. If you just win everyone over and over and over again with no effort whatsoever, I don't know about you, but I just don't find those that much fun. I like the wars that, one, don't cost a fortune, but also are fun. They're competitive. Well, that's the point. It's to be competitive. Just to win over and over. I get bored. So they want to keep that going. And that is their whole reasoning behind it. So they wrote it to me. I asked it to elaborate and ask questions, and that was the feedback on it that I got from Scopely, is that their goal is to get every single team in that faction to be equal. So if you're active in a faction and you only have 2 other active people, or 3 or 4 or even 10, and you guys are struggling and struggling and struggling, you can't get anywhere, and then nobody else is pulling the weight, and you guys are running rampant trying to grow, bottom line, you're not going to grow. You're not going to grow until somebody pulls the $100 lottery, well, the $1 million lotto ticket, and gets a 5-star, which will happen. It will take forever, but it will happen. It took me, I want to say 6 months to get my first 5-star, and now they're dropping like crazy, and it's awesome, and I'm so grateful. And my whole game has changed, and it is so much more fun. And it really does change, but you guys it will take so long if you're that far behind already. So you really need to get in with someone who is going to help you learn the game. You need to get in with a faction that's going to give a shit about you. There's a lot of people out there who are just asshats. They just are. And then from there, you need to make sure that they're active, that they play, that they've got the characters to back it up. And if you're an asshat, go be an asshat with one of them. There's 100,000 of them on this game. It's unbelievable. But at the same time, if you're not, then make sure you get in with a good one, and then start, working together as a team. I don't care too much about team grade if when people come in, because they climb so fast. I mean, geez, we have five people who came in, and they were A's. And it's been about a month and a half, and they all have at least 4 or 5 stars now, and are strong as hell, and have a blast, and are just loving it. And the game has completely changed for them, because not only is Hawk good at the game, and we have so much fun playing it, but we're good people and we laugh together. We support each other in real life shit and everything else. So we're more than just a faction. And that's really important to us. And that might not be important to everybody else, but it is to us, and we're proud of it. So, that doesn't matter to me. So you need to find those people because there's a lot of them out there. Fireflies, huge shout out to. Great people. Their leaders are wonderful. Their members are wonderful people. They're looking for the same type of dynamic that we have, and they have a very similar one. They're there to have fun, play, help each other, and they know that in a very short time, you're going to go right through the roof and be a completely different player in the game as long as you have the dedication and the drive. So there's my nice long spiel on how Scopely also screws you. They never tell you that if you stay in a faction and they're your friends, you've made friends, and there's 10 of you, and you're having a blast, but you're getting irritated because you keep spending and you're not getting 5 stars, and you keep rating, and no one ever got enough tokens to pull a 5 star on that stupid token thing they just did. And you don't understand, you're just getting screwed over and over again. So now you're getting resentful towards the game. And it's this huge, wild craziness of what the fuck is going on. And, well, that's what the fuck is going on. Scopely screwing you without telling you because you're with a bunch of people who don't have what you're looking for. Get with people who have what you're looking for, and it will come. All right, other than that, and that's to all my non-Hawk fans that have been watching. I don't have many, but that's some knowledge I can share with you, and that's my thank you for watching my videos. Again, questions always ask, like, share, subscribe, get my name out there. Let's see if we can help a bunch of people. I know more than one faction that more than half of the game would like to see go down. And I think that would be kind of awesome because some people are really nasty on this game. They're just really mean. It's a game. The hell is wrong with you? Calling people in real life and threatening real life situations, and oh Lord, it's just unbelievable. And Scopely will never do shit. So it'd be nice if everyone band together and got rid of the assholes. But wishful thinking, they're everywhere, unfortunately. Great world we live in. Alright, on to the next video. I will upload these tonight so you guys all have them tomorrow, and look forward to the war video. It's going to be of an entire war. I'm going to narrate it. I'm going to literally step by step Hawk for you guys where I'm attacking and when and why. It's going to make me a little bit slower on my attacks, but we're badass, we got it. And then at least you guys can see the pattern, because I still see a lot of jumping, and we got to get this pattern down to a science. So make sure you watch for that. All right, other than that, have a good night, and we will talk to you soon.